What's up, YouTube? I'm back, and I don't know if you guys knew this, but we had our first haboob here in Arizona for the first time in man, I think it's been, they say 5 years, and if you don't know what that is, it's like this gigantic sandstorm, like if you've seen the movie Dune, or if you've seen Mad Max Fury Road, you know, the giant sandstorm that comes up and they go into it. Yeah, we actually had one of those here, and it was wild to watch. I got a front row seat from the window I was in, and it was pretty crazy. Like there was a lot of damage done and a lot of sand thrown all over the place. It was wild. Today's video, though, I just wanted to talk about keeping your health in mind, because a lot of us don't really seem to keep their health in mind in the way that I'm talking about. And here's what I mean. A lot of people will go out of their way to eat healthy or take supplements, work out. They will make better choices with maybe not drinking so much, or maybe not doing certain activities that'll get them hurt is what some people do, other people don't. Going to see a doctor, and if you have the sniffles, that kind of thing. I'm talking about the type of health that comes up when it's been going on for a long time, where you've been working really hard and you have good days and you have bad days, right? And there's some days you can get up, work, come home, get things done, go to bed, and you're fine, get nice night's sleep, wake up the next morning, right back at it. And there's other times where you might have a couple days where you wake up, come home, you're exhausted, you wake up in the morning, it's hard to get out of bed, it's rough, you get up, get ready anyway, you get to work, and you get going, right? But then by the end of the day, you're usually kind of just back to that tired, and slowly through the next couple days, you end up back on the more energetic side, or at least the more baseline. You seem to get used to that kind of back and forth, and then there's some days where it slips further into like you get energy way more often, and that's really cool. And then there's some times where you get exhausted way more often, you know, and that kind of sucks. And then when you get exhausted more often, you get exhausted at a higher level, if that makes sense. So sometimes when you've been doing it for so long, you don't notice the downs are different than normal. And that's kind of what happened to me, was going up, down, work, you know, good days, good weeks, bad weeks. And then there was one day where I was just super exhausted, you know, and I just thought it was one of those down days. And you just get through it, you go home, get your stuff done, choring done, and get to bed early for the next day. And then I woke up the next day early, like an hour before my alarm went off at 3 o'clock, and shivering. It was just bad news, right? Bad news bears. And I pretty much just pushed through it and went to work anyway, when my mind was saying something's not right, there's something off here, and you should probably. And I said, no, all we have to do is just keep going, because that's kind of, at least that's how I was raised, and I think a lot of people were raised that way just in today's society, that you just push through it, right? If you can still walk and you can still get to work, well, you can work. If you can lean, you can clean, kind of thing, you know? Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. And that's the type of health that I'm talking about. You gotta trust your instincts. You gotta trust your instincts on things, okay? The most important thing you can do is trust your instincts and really trust your gut If it's telling you something is up, truly, and it's not just a moment of being lazy or not wanting to do something, if it's truly saying something is wrong, you need to listen. You gotta listen. Because I didn't. And I know a lot of other people that haven't either. And it can be bad, you know? For me, it was to the point that it was so close. They said that if I wouldn't have left work early that day, I never would have made it home. And if I wouldn't have went to the ER that night, I wouldn't have woken up the next day. And all I was trying to do was make it through work, get my work done, leave early, go home, get some rest for the next day. Because I just figured, oh, it's just one of those down days. You know what I'm talking about? So you got to be careful. You're going to have rough days. But you'll know the difference. You'll know the difference when there's something truly sticking out. That little voice in the back of your head that just keeps whispering, nudging, hey. So listen, just for once, just listen. Something's really feeling off here, bud. Because if you ignore that, it could end up costing you more than you think. And in all honesty, missing a day of work for most jobs in the world, it's not a huge deal. Now, if you're doing that all the time, that's a different story. I'm saying if you're a hard worker and you're always putting in your time, going up over and above, it's okay to take some time when you truly feel like something's off. And I just wanted to reach out and say, if any of you guys are going through stuff in the future and you feel guilty or you feel like you can't take some time for yourself to truly focus on your health, and I don't mean choosing a salad instead of a burger, I mean to actually listen to what your body is trying to tell you. It's okay to listen to what your body is trying to tell you. Go get checked out. It's a lot easier to do it that way, and you might catch it early enough that it's not a huge deal. But if you wouldn't have caught it then, it would very, very quickly turn into something that was a big deal. And by very quickly, I mean, like for my example, it took 48 hours to go from completely normal to very much not, to very scary. So always make sure that even though it's important to work hard, it is important to work hard. It's important not to let yourself fall into being lazy. It's important to let yourself not to fall into every little time you feel like an inconvenience comes up or you just don't feel it 100%, something's wrong. Don't fall into that. But you understand what I mean. Anywho, I gotta tell you guys what, if you ever have the opportunity to see one of those haboobs, and they are actually called haboobs, you can look it up online. They are wild, man. That thing was probably, I don't know, if I had to guess, and I'm no scientist, if I had to guess, that thing was probably 2 miles tall and at least 50 miles wide. And it was probably moving at about 40 miles an hour. I mean, we got alarms on our phones, stay inside, get off the road. And it was a really cool experience just to be able to watch that and see. Now, where I was watching it from was less cool, but it had a great view, and you can't complain about that. So, take care of yourself, guys. Check in with yourself, and listen to yourself when you think something feels off. Hope you guys are doing well. I'll see you next time.